Um, yeah, so excited to be doing this. This is our second town hall. We did our first one a month ago, and unfortunately, that one did not save. So we're gonna do this all over again, and we're gonna introduce you. For those of you who haven't met you yet, so just waiting for people are still coming in. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Excited to have you.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's always fun seeing the names pop up and people coming in. I love it.
It's great, right? It feels like you're hosting a party and everybody's just coming in, and I love it. It's so much fun. And this is coming from like an introvert. When we started doing these, I was petrified when people started coming in, right? But now I'm like, I love this. I love seeing familiar faces and new faces, new names rather, and familiar names. Okay, I guess, yeah, let's get started. So welcome everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Marina Borukhovich. I am the founder and CEO of YourCoach. And we're going to be doing these monthly town halls in order to tell you what's new on the platform, what we've been up to answer some questions that you've had. We're going to be hosting them, like I said, every month. They're going to be half an hour. Q&A at the end. So feel free to pop questions into the chat box. Rebecca, our community manager, is in the background here. She's not on camera today, so she will be reading the questions. We had a lot of questions submitted beforehand, so we're going to try to go through everything. Going to try to make this a lot of fun. So you see, I'm not by myself today. I have Ashlee, who I am super excited to introduce again because the first video just did not save. It did not work. So sometimes, even though we're a tech platform, sometimes we're technologically not so technologically inclined. But Ashlee is our director of health coaching operations, and she's been with us for 7 weeks now.
Yeah, it's gone fast, huh?
It's going really fast. 7 weeks. So Ashlee, I would love for you to introduce yourself because I will never do justice. You'll do a much better job.
Sure. Yeah, I can definitely introduce myself. It's always fun to get to know new people too. So first of all, I have to say I'm a mom. Like that's my primary identity there. I do have 2 kids. I homeschool them full time. You can see their desk back here. You'll often see them sometimes working in the background. They're teenagers. So I like to say you can't scare me because I'm a mom of teenagers, and particularly I have 1 girl, 1 boy. So I get to see both sides. That's super fun. I started out my career as an educator. So I taught elementary school and eventually moved into junior high. Didn't think I would love the kind of snarky, sarcastic junior high kids, but so much fun. So I still actually teach a history class for junior high kids once a week. History is my passion. I love it. So definitely anytime anyone wants to talk about historical figures or fun stories, I'm down for it. We can have that chat. After it came time for them to start school, we decided to homeschool. I stayed home. Felt my health taking its own back seat. I mean, your home refrigerator's right there. Kids snack all day. It was kind of just a recipe for me to put myself on the back burner. And that's when I found CrossFit, fell in love with it, became a CrossFit trainer, started health coaching. And that led me to work at a large digital health tech firm. Definitely enjoyed my experience there, got a lot of coaching hours, got to get my hands into the nitty-gritty operational side. And then it became an NBC HWC in the last year, which is really cool. Love getting to know the board, getting to know how we're making progress there. And then I still coach some. I absolutely love coaching, but my passion lies in supporting others and my skill set lies in operations, right? So that's why I'm really excited to be here. I can bring those 2 pieces together and support our YourCoach family and all of our coaches here. That was awesome. A lot, huh?
You know what? Not enough. I can listen to this, I can just listen to you talk, it's great. And just share with us, well, I think I know what your last 7 weeks has been like, but for those who are listening, why don't you share a little bit about what it's like being part of the YourCoach family and what your experience has been like so far?
First of all, it's been amazing. And I don't say that just because I'm sitting here talking to you. I wear my heart on my sleeve. You'll always see it on my face. I joke about that.
Well, it's always, our DNA. It's honesty and integrity, yes. Right? So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I can honestly and authentically say it has been an amazing experience. It's gone by really fast. Like it still feels weird to say 7 weeks. Some days I say that, then other days it's like, I've been here forever. So it's this weird blend of the two. But I found everybody I've met and chatted with, it's just super authentic. Everybody is here and aligned around the same mission, same passions. We're all working in the same direction. I love that we can have meetings and say like, yes, this is a great idea, or I have some concerns about this, and we can chat those things out. It's not just everything's bright and sunny. We can, chat through everything, and with the main goal of making it better for everybody that's here. I also appreciate that my love of a good GIF, if you say GIF, I'm sorry, it's GIF. That's what we're sticking with here. But it's an appreciated skill set and honored here. I love that because that's how I communicate best. And of course, like my favorite, if you guys haven't met Bentley yet, he is Marina and Eugene's puppy. And I say puppy, he's a full-grown dog, but he's the Chief Emotional Support Officer. That's his official title, right? But he makes his presentation in meetings known, and he makes cutest little noises. And he's honestly might be my favorite part. Like, sorry.
Actually, he's like my favorite member of my family. So, don't tell my kids, but yeah.
I joke about my favorite child being our cat. So, I get it.
Bentley's definitely a favorite. He literally walks all over me, and that's the only thing that I let do that. I was just going to call him a person because, it's Bentley. Awesome. Thank you. And I mean, we feel the same way, right? It feels like you've been with us for much longer than 7 weeks. You just fit into our DNA, and, we already started joking the same way. So this is great. And just for the coaches who are listening, what I would love for you to share, what does it mean to be Director of Health Coaching Operations? How will you be interacting with coaches? What your position is all about? I would love for you to share that.
Yeah. So one, it's just really neat because I get to be really hands-on with our coaches here. You guys know I've met with some of you already. I look forward to meeting some of you other ones. We've got some dates on the calendar, so that's really neat. Basically, my job will be supporting all of those operational pieces to reduce that administrative lift for all of you coaches that are out there, and particularly as we're minded towards those client opportunities with our industry partners. So taking care of all of that for you so you can focus on what you do best, which is coaching. And that's going to be a huge thing we're going to work together on as we move forward. There's so many exciting things in the pipeline that I'm really stoked to talk with you guys about. So that's going to be really neat. And of course, I'm happy to be a resource for you guys. I'm a coach. I've coached for a long time. I've been able to do it in different formats. I've been individual coach, group coach. I've worked in a lot of different formats. So definitely want to be here to brainstorm with you guys and make your coaching practice better.
And it's true, Ashlee is an amazing resource. So please reach out to her, use her in any capacity. Don't take up too much of her time because we need her as well. But definitely reach out to Ashlee. You know what? I am going to mention something because a couple of questions have come up. What's the difference between what Ashlee does and what Rebecca does and what our support team does? So those are really, really good questions. So like Ashlee said, she's Director of Health Coaching Operations. And this plays a huge role, especially as we talk about the partnerships that we have with our industry partners. So she's making sure that all the scheduling is running smoothly, that everybody is trained and ready to do what they need to do for the partners, right? So that's more, and she's there to connect with you too, to help you hone on your coaching skills, or if there's something that's missing maybe from what we're offering. So that's Ashlee. Rebecca is our community manager, and all of you, I'm sure you all know Rebecca. You know her, you love her, and she's absolutely amazing. Rebecca is in charge of the events that she puts on for you. She does onboardings. She helps coaches. She's like a liaison between you guys and the support team and the tech team and me and Ashlee and like pretty much everybody who is on the YourCoach team. And then there's support. Support is there for your technical questions. So Rebecca takes a lot of pride in the community group that she runs on a platform. And we also have a Facebook group because we like to meet you where you are. So, I mean, of course, we would prefer for you to use the community group, but we totally understand, that everybody's comfortable with what they are. So in the community group, it's more about supporting coaches. So it's more about giving you resources. It's about celebrating you, about maybe answering some questions, some coaching questions for you to answer each other, right? If you're having difficulty with a client, if you're celebrating a client win, this is what the community group is about. And there's been a lot of support questions in there, which is not really what it's there for. And truly, that's not really Rebecca's forte. So if you guys have if you have community questions, you go to Rebecca. If you have questions about coaching, about operationalizing, about new client opportunities, Ashlee is the person to go to. If you have support questions, if you're having some tech issues with the platform, which it does happen, if you have questions about how to use maybe a certain feature or it's not working like you expected, please contact the support team. So it's support@YourCoach.health, or you can also click the little headphone icon that's on the platform on mobile. And I want to say next week, it's going to be on the desktop as well. So if you click that icon, you're going to be connected to our support team, and they will do their best to get back to you as soon as they can. If you cannot get in touch with anybody, you can reach out to me. So last scenario, but if you ever need anything, we're all here for you. Awesome. Should we share some slides and get going? What do you think?
Yeah, let's dig into it.
All right, let me share my screen here. Okay, I feel like we welcomed everybody already, but again, welcome to our monthly town hall. It's like a really fun slide, all the stars here. Okay, so we are the operating system for behavior change. And this is a category that we're created. We're the only operating system for behavior change, and we're powered by health and wellness coaches just like you. So what does it mean to be the operating system for behavior change? Because we do ask questions about it, because like I said, it is a new category that we created. First of all, we have a HIPAA compliant environment that you can coach in. We have a platform that has all the tools that you need to run your coaching business. We have everything from onboarding your clients to setting goals and tasks to accepting payments to just following through the whole coaching experience. You can coach individuals, you can coach groups. We have the full platform for that. What that means on the other end is that we have an army, and I want to say, and I do say an army because that's what you guys are. You're just, at the front lines, right? And it's just such a force of verified health coaches that we match with our industry partners. And our industry partners are those who are looking for health coaches, either to surround their service or product, or they're looking for health coaches to match with their talent. And this is what we do at YourCoach. And a lot of you ask why we have the perk system and why it's important, why we don't just match clients right away with coaches who are practicing. So first and foremost, I'm going to say, and I know Rebecca is listening to this and this is her favorite line, we are not a directory. We're not a directory of coaches. So there's plenty of directories out there that you can join. They're great if that's what you're looking for. But what a directory provides, it provides you cold calls, right? So if somebody searches for a health coach in their geographic area, they're going to get 500 matches, and they may contact you, they may not, but it's a frustrating experience for both, in my opinion. If directories work for you, that's great. That's what we're not. We are a platform where you come in and you coach with your own clients. When you coach with your own clients, you get to know our platform. It's really important to know our platform because we provide a full coaching experience for our clients. We provide a full coaching environment for them. So if you don't know our platform, you will not be able to work with our industry partners. You need to be able to navigate it. And the best way to navigate it is to work with your own clients. And that is also for us to understand what kind of clients you work best. Because when we match you, it's not a cold call. We match you and you start working together right away. And we want those sticky relationships. We want you to continue. We want this to continue for 3 months, for 6 months, for 12 months. We want this to be a relationship that's truly going to make a difference. We want your clients to be satisfied. We want you to be happy with this, right? So this is our goal. So that's why it's important for you to practice in a platform. That's why it's important for you to understand what we do. And this is why we're the operating system for behavior change. If there's any questions that I haven't answered, please feel free to drop them in the chat box, and we're happy to refer back to them and happy to answer. I know it's a lot to take in because it is something new. This is not something that people are used to, but this is why we're building a community, because if it's the gig economy of coaches just like you, that we can do what we do best. And we do get a lot of questions. I'm actually going to address this too right away about hiring coaches. So Ashlee is truly the first coach that we hired, right? And for now, she's going to be the only coach that we have full-time working with us. because we rely on the gig economy of coaches. So you can still work for yourself. You can have your own clients, and you can tell us how many hours a week you can work and what those hours are based on that availability. And this is where Ashlee is going to come in, and she is really awesome at operationalizing this whole thing. This is how we match you with what's out there and what's available. So you're in control. You don't need to apply for this job. You don't need to submit a resume. You don't need to tell us your life story, although we do love hearing your life stories. You can absolutely do that. But, if you're looking for a full-time job, this is not it. But if you're looking to make a meaningful change, if you're looking to have an extra 10, 20, 30 hours a week, still work for yourself, then this is for you. So happy to answer any more questions you guys have. They keep coming in, but just wanted to just shed a little more light on what it means to be an operating system for behavior change. Ashlee, feel free to jump in. If I'm missing anything, feel free to just...
No, that was really comprehensive and great. I think it's really important too, as coaches, when we have our own practice, that gives us an opportunity to lean into our own strengths, right? I'm not having to fit my coaching style and my personality into a box of somebody else. This gets to be my practice and work with those clients that fit my niche and what I want to do. And it's a neat opportunity to scale it, right? So, lots and lots of opportunity there. And I think you hit on that. And that's kind of the next slide, right? I just saw it pop up and I'm like, oh, there's that word, opportunity.
Yeah, opportunities. I promise we didn't practice this. It's like the first time,
No.
we don't practice anything around here, so we have a lot of opportunities. I love signing coaches. I used to do this on my own. Now Ashlee is helping with that as well, which is fantastic. And every time we have somebody, sign a contract and come on board and become one of the 1099s that works with us, part of the YourCoach family, it's a super exciting time for us, right? Because we want to be able to deliver what you do best to those who need it most. So that's part of the opportunities that we offer. So let's talk about some new features, because part of what we promise to do around here is talk about what's new on the platform. Something that we recently rolled out is availability and scheduling. And again, this is really important for when you have, first of all, when you work with your own clients where they can schedule live sessions with you, or if they're potential clients and you share a link to your practice on a YourCoach platform with them, which you can do, you can share deep links, they can come in and they can schedule, if you offer a free intro call, and you can set it for 15, 30, 45 minutes. So this is for potential clients to get to know you a little bit. And then when you work with us, if you're one of the clients that works through us for our partnerships, then this is where you set your availability. And this is how we know when we're able to match you with a client and when they're able to schedule their sessions with you. It's pretty intuitive. You can see all your scheduled calls. You can see your available hours. You can set your time away. You can copy your schedule. You can extend it. So it's pretty intuitive. I would love to hear feedback. If you love something about it, if something is not working about it, we'd love to hear feedback. We just imported released a new contacts feature. So it's contacts import. And this is something that we did based on a lot of feedback that was coming from you, because before you were able to send invites to clients by entering just their email, or if they're somebody that practiced with you already, you had your name and you guys asked for contacts, right? Because you want to be able to have everything in one place. Now you can. So now you can enter them one by one, or you can import a CSV file. So for the CSV file, you need to have at least first name, last name, or email, unique identifier for them, and then you can import that file. You can also identify if this is an active client, if this is somebody, a prospect maybe, or somebody that you've worked with in the past and you no longer want to work with. So you can add different tags. And you can identify clients that way. So this is just the beginning, this contact import feature. We have a lot more exciting stuff coming down the pipeline of what you can do with these contacts. And I can't wait to share that with you in later town halls. Tasks. This is something that we've had from the very, very beginning. And now tasks have been updated. So the first change that we made to tasks is now you're able to delete them in bulk, because before you were always able to set recurring tasks, and a lot of them were daily. So if you set a program for, let's say, 3 months with a daily task, and then you wanted to delete it, I'd be the first to admit that was not a very convenient way to do it, where you had to go one by one. And I'm the first one to own to my mistakes, right? So did not think that one through. So what you can do now, you can delete tasks in bulk. You can delete just this one. You can select which ones you want to delete. You can delete all the ones that are coming up. So that feature is a lot more convenient. What you can also do now is you can attach the task. So now if you want, let's say you have a journaling task for your clients in the morning, you can attach either maybe a link to a video that you want them to watch, or maybe like an exercise task, right? So you can attach a link to a video, or if it's journaling, you can attach like an image of the prompt. You can attach documents. So it got a lot more interesting for you, and it got a lot more interesting for your clients as well. And now, Ashlee, I'm going to actually come to you for this one. So we get asked a lot about the difference between tasks and goals.
Yes. Yeah. I can see where that gets a little sticky. So let's chat about that. I think this is really important. So, that we're using the platform to its best capability. I guess for me, I would think in terms of when I think of task, that's going to be the stepping stones that are going to help you hit your goals, right? So think of things that you would, a coach would assign to the client. So things that can be, of course, they can be daily, weekly, monthly, or even a one-time thing, but they're going to be things like journaling, water intake, making sure they get the right amount of water in the day, or it could be a daily meditation like you talked about. You could even set a task for the client to schedule their first live session with you. That would be a great way to use it. Versus a goal, which is going to be something that's really designed to provide accountability for the client, and it's created in collaboration with them. So typically this would be something that would come out of that generative moment in time in the conversation in that first live session. So it's the difference between tasks being coach driven and something that's going to support them in their overall goals versus a goal, which is going to be in collaboration. That kind of helped.
Yeah, I think so. So, I actually like to keep the tasks and goals separate. So that's interesting. It's great that we both have our views on it, right? So, but I also like to keep tasks and goals separate. So to me, task is something that maybe you can do, that you have for every client in your program. It's something maybe to build a habit. Maybe it's, walking first thing in the morning. Maybe it is that same journaling. I know I keep using it, but so many of us use that tool, right? Maybe it's to check in with your coach, or to track, to send them a daily update or something, right? And then goals is something that you work on together. And that is actually something that, that you just talked about. And in goals, I do think that long-term goals are really important, and also just set for the program, and short-term goals, right? So, But awesome. See, I love how we have different views on it, but
lots of different ways you can use it. That's the beauty of it, right? It's very versatile.
Exactly, because every coach has their own way of using things, right? Like it's, and that's the beauty of it. You can just make it work for you and for what you need. Okay, and this is what's coming next. And I'm super, super excited to talk about this, because we've been talking about evergreen programs for the longest time. And now finally they're coming. So we're going to be able to release this before the end of this month. So really, really soon, before May 1st. And what this means is that you can now have an ongoing program. So before, you had to set up program length. So it was either 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, right? 1 month, 5 days, doesn't matter. Now it just can be an ongoing program. So this is really convenient for those of you who work with clients on a month-to-month basis. So that's great. And we're also redesigning the window a little bit for what you see, like your group window. So that's an exciting change that's coming as well. We're always working on improvements. We're always working on how to make the platform better for you guys. And we'll listen to you. So this is something that you've asked for, and we're happy to bring that. One of the other features that we're going to be bringing to you is the ability to pause your programs. That's not actually on the slide, but I wanted to talk about that as well. So if you're going on vacation, or if you're not feeling well and you just need to take some time, you can pause your program and let your clients know about it. And now we get to Rebecca's favorite part, events and community. So we have a lot of exciting things that are coming up, but we wanted to highlight just two of those things. We have how smart health coaches are growing their thriving businesses with Amy Lipman. And that's coming up on April 27th, which is coincidentally my daughter's birthday. So I'm just going to do a shout out here. And then on 10th of May, Eugene and I have, in collaboration with Health Excel, we're going to be doing a webinar on demystifying health coaching and digital health offerings, because there's a lot of companies out there who come to us and who want to implement health coaches, who want health coaching to surround whatever they offer. But there's a lot of misconceptions about what health coaching actually is. Health coach is a lot more than nudgers. They're a lot more than fitness trainers, a lot more than somebody who's going to tell you what to eat. I mean, you guys know, you know all this. So we're doing these webinars, and this one is going to be really great. So this is something that you're interested in, or if maybe you know somebody who could benefit from this, please share that with them. And then, Ashlee, I would love for you to tell everybody about the event that we're going to be having after Amy's with you, that we're going to be sharing.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, shameless self-plug coming here, because I'm really excited about this one. So we're going to do a roundtable discussion. So all of you coaches are invited to come together. I know it's a frequent challenge to find clients and market yourself. And it's hard for us to talk about ourselves sometimes, but we can come together, brainstorm, learn from other coaches what's worked really well for them, ideas that you have, kind of bounce them out and see if other people have tried them, what went well. I know one thing I was chatting with a coach about this week, they have an upcoming health fair, and she was like, I don't really know what to do at the health fair. It'd be great to kind of brainstorm that out. So we can bring all of those ideas together and just chat. And I think it's going to be pretty awesome. So we're going to plan to do that the week after Amy Lipman's event. So there'll be more details coming out about that.
Awesome. And we're going to be doing a lot of more of these events with Ashlee. There's a lot of exciting things that are coming up. She's been working really hard, doing a lot of Post-it notes and sending me a lot of documents. keeping
You're telling about my Post-it notes.
I love your Post-it note system. It's great. I need to implement that as well. It's awesome. Yeah. So we have a lot of exciting things coming up for you guys. So I know you're used to just seeing my face, but I'm really excited for you to start seeing Ashlee's face as well.
Well, and I think it's important to note too, they can now earn the YourCoach points for coming to these sessions live.
Exactly. Yeah. So actually, yeah, we can talk about this as well. So one thing about our tier system is, we have the gamified pricing model. So the more you practice on a platform, the less you pay. And you get this by earning points for all the tasks you do as a coach.
Yeah.
You set up a program, you get points. You invite your clients, you get points. You send a questionnaire, they complete a questionnaire. I mean, literally for everything you do on the platform, you get points. And we're going to be awarding points for attending our events live. So I believe it's 100 points that we decided on.
Yes.
And yeah, you can get that for attending an event live. And there's actually a couple more opportunities to earn these big chunks of points that we're going to be sharing with you guys very shortly. And on that note, just wanted to talk about some of the other things that we're doing. We recently held a focus group on our food diary that is going to be coming out soon. And in that focus group, we started talking about goals. Completely unrelated, you would think, but not really, right? So with that in mind, just wanted to do a call to action. So if we're looking for 3 to 4 people who would be willing to do an individual 30-minute user testing with us, and you will be rewarded for your time. We're not, I know everybody's busy, so definitely not asking you to do this for free, right? So we're happy to give you a small gift for this. So if you're currently coaching and using the YourCoach Goals feature in a group coaching setting and have set up at least 2 long-term goals for your clients, please reach out to Rebecca. Or if you're currently coaching groups or individual within the platform, but never used the goals feature before and have not set up any goals, also please reach out to Rebecca. So these are the 2 categories that we're looking for. And it's probably not even going to take 30 minutes. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interactive. And we just love to get your feedback, because everything that we do, all this information that we get, it's going to make the platform even better for you. When we did our food diary focus group, some things came out that none of our designers thought of, none of our researchers have thought of, right? So I definitely did not think of it, because this is you guys. This is what you do in the real world, right? This is how you practice with your clients. So we want to know all of that information, because we do want to make this your virtual home. We want to make this as comfortable for you as possible.
Yeah, and I did see a question actually on that a little bit earlier. A coach was wondering if they had to have an active group coaching program right now, or if they had one that recently ended, would they still be eligible to participate?
So if you're currently coaching and using, so if it recently ended, but you were using the goals feature, yes, absolutely. Reach out. Yep, definitely. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, now my favorite slide, let's chat. So I know there's been some questions, and Rebecca is kind enough to be voluntold to be reading them to us.
Yeah, of course, it's such a pleasure, and it's lovely to see so many names, so many new names. So welcome everybody. We had some questions coming in, so let's start. Yeah, you guys answered the points for the events. Amazing. What are the kind of perks of joining the community? Why should this coach be part of our wonderful community? Great question.
Well, besides getting to interact with all of us, right? So YourCoach community, it's a very wide term. So anybody who's practicing on a platform, a coach who is using the platform, they're part of our community. We have the community group, and Rebecca heads that, and she's the community manager, right? So that's a little different, but any coach who practicing on the platform is part of our YourCoach family and part of our community. What does that give you? You definitely get perks. So with the points that you earn, you get perks. We feature coaches all the time. So we feature them on social. There's been some speaking opportunities for coaches when we work with our industry partners. So we bring them in. So there's definitely opportunities for that. Something that we have coming out very soon is for coaches who've reached certain perks. You're going to be able to get first view of some of the features. You're going to be able to use those features before anybody else, and to be able to give us feedback on those. You definitely get to know about features before anybody else or any exciting news that we have. And then two of the biggest perks of being part of our coaching community is the more you practice with your own clients, you're eligible for opportunities with us. So one of the perks is you're eligible for opportunities with individual clients, and then you're eligible for opportunities with our industry partners, which believe me, it's a great one. This is a great perk.
Yep.
Super exciting. Next question is about communicating with clients and messaging. So was a question about if somebody could use the platform only to message and communicate with clients, and do we have voice notes or voice messaging?
We have all of that. Yep, absolutely. So part of the platform. So communication is really important. Live sessions are great, but it's that in between that truly makes a difference for accountability, right? So we have the chat on the platform where you can leave voice notes to each other. It's a synchronous voice messaging. You can chat, you can send attachments. So it's pretty intuitive and it's very comfortable. And that's what the platform is there for. It's for your communication with your clients.
Great. Somebody is wondering about our live sessions and their capabilities. If you can explain a little bit more, Marina.
I'd love to. So right now, the live sessions, you can just chat with your clients, but it's going to be by the end of May, we're expanding that. We're actually going to be able to record your live sessions. So that's a great feature that's coming. And then we have some really, really exciting ones that are going to be coming soon after that I don't want to share just yet. I'm not hinting, but it is going to have, it will do with the, with live sessions. I don't believe Zoom does what we're planning on doing. So this is super exciting.
Wow. You see me wiggling over here. I'm like, oh, don't let it out. Conceal, don't feel.
No, I won't.
It's so exciting.
I'm sitting on my hands. Yeah.
Okay, let's change the topic before we give away any more secrets.
You guys don't trust me, do you? Come on. I'm good. I can hold it in.
Great. So there was a question about our apprenticeship program with Dr. Sears. So a coach is wondering when they can join our apprenticeship program and how they can be part of it.
Yeah. Dominique from Dr. Sears, we were just on a phone a couple of days ago trying to figure it out. Some things are not up to us, but they're to those really high paid attorneys that, like to cross all the T's and dot all the I's. So it's definitely coming. We're ready with it yesterday. Like we're ready to go, but just need to get a couple of last minute paperwork, bureaucracy things done, and
dot the I's, cross the T's.
Exactly. All the fun stuff that we don't want to worry about. But I want to say in May, it's definitely going to be live in May.
Fantastic. Another question still about the live sessions. If the live sessions let people interact with groups without needing a different platform like Zoom.
Yeah, you can have live sessions with one person or 20 people. Absolutely. You can have a group live session.
Just a side note, I don't know, to me, this wasn't common knowledge until recently. I didn't realize Zoom is not HIPAA compliant. And so just sort of plug that our group sessions are HIPAA compliant. So I find that to be a really great feature for us coaches.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up again. Yeah, so to us, like it's so obvious, right? Because we built this HIPAA compliant solution. You're absolutely right. We have to keep talking about it because people are just not aware, right? So yeah, everything that's on the platform is HIPAA compliant. All the tools that we use are compliant. Absolutely. Thanks, Ashlee.
Yeah.
Great. There's another question about messaging. If there will be any plans to do a feature where coaches can schedule a message of sorts for clients, like a text of encouragement or, something that's like a regular check-in.
There are plans.
Okay.
Right? Like I'm not saying too much. Yes, there are plans. Absolutely. Yeah, we have, just so you guys know, we have a whole roadmap for the next 24 months, features that are going to be coming out. And we're not just putting them out there. We have a researcher who's working hard on this. We have designers that are constantly designing, they're designing something that's going to be live 12 months from now, right? So we're constantly working and iterating, and everything that we're putting out there is really, really thought out. So definitely in the plans.
So I guess it brings me to my last question here, unless anyone else wants to drop in something in the chat. So the question is that how can coaches keep up to date with us? Where can they find out about our events, the focus groups we are hosting, the features that are coming out? Obviously, this town hall is a great opportunity, but.
Yeah, so absolutely. Join our town halls. Keep an eye on all our socials. So YourCoach Health on all the socials. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. We have a really thriving community on LinkedIn, actually. On our community chat within the platform, on our website. Have I missed anything? I mean, if there is a social platform, we're on it or almost on it. So yeah, you can also reach out to, Rebecca's in charge of all the events. So she's Rebecca at YourCoach.health, and it's REBEKA, because I know there's been a lot of different spellings of her name, but it's REBEKA at YourCoach.health.
Oh, and we also have our newsletter. You mentioned it?
We do have our newsletter.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I think we just sent one out yesterday. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. So if you're already on our mailing list, be sure to check your mailbox, because we had a really fun one going out yesterday. So
yeah, so we don't like to send them out too much. We know everybody's busy. So just so you guys know, and I'm the first one to say, don't bombard me with emails, right? So when we send something out, please do read it, because there's a lot of information in there, and we try not to make it about us. We make it about you and what we think is going to be useful to you. And I'll just put this out there because it's like such a moment of shame. At our symposium last year, We highlighted everybody. We had 3 days. We had sessions about everything. There was not one session about YourCoach at our symposium last year. Moment of shame. But this is how much we don't really want to talk about ourselves. We want to be helpful to you. We want to be helpful in what you do. We want to be authentic. We are authentic in everything that we do. We want to help you help your clients, because it is our mission. Our mission has been from day one for the 8.5 billion projected population by 2030 to have access to health coaches. That has been our mission, and that continues to be our mission. So anything that we can do to get closer to that, any way that we can support you, please let us know. I think, so we went a little bit above our time, but I think
so many good questions.
Yeah, it was. And this was a lot of fun. It's always fun. So thank you guys. It was great to connect with everybody, and hope to see you all really, really soon. Thank you.